And Doug McKelvin sitting in on this Monday morning at 6:36 here on the Big 550 KTRS. Regular visit with Scott Crothers of Stifel. Hi, Scott. How are you this Monday morning?
Doing great. Good morning, Doug.
Unlike the markets, Friday, the announcement that there was going to be no vote on the Affordable Care Act, or whatever we're calling it, the AHDCAFLCIO, whatever it is. And as a result, the markets sort of took a tumble. Does it look like they're going to recover today, or are we still in a static position?
Well, today, right now, it doesn't look like they're going to recover right now. Your futures were down 140, 150. Right now they're probably down about 120. So that's where they're looking right now. No major economic news today, but we get consumer confidence tomorrow and the final look at fourth quarter GDP on Thursday. So we'll have to see if those numbers can help bring the market back higher.
How are we tracking this year so far? I mean, I realize we'll have a better look tomorrow in the morning, but still at the same time. And it's early on in the year still, but compared to where we were, say, a year ago, how are we tracking?
Well, I mean, naturally we're higher this year. We've had an actually pretty decent year, so far. Now we're down about 2.5% over, from about, our high that we've had. So we're down about 2.5% from where they were, but that was a record high. So we're actually tracking very well this year.
What else is on your mind this morning, Scott Crothers?
Well, Uber, one thing is they're suspending their self-driving car program after an incident in Tempe, Arizona. Police say another car failed to yield and no one was seriously injured. Uber is testing their concept in 3 places: Pittsburgh, Tempe, and California. They're using the Volvo XC90, and this is the first big stumble for the company, with the self-driving cars.
It's interesting that wasn't their car's fault. It wasn't the Uber car. It was the other driver. One would assume, though, that apparently there's some sort of safety function that did not engage or didn't engage fast enough to prevent the crash. Or, of course, sometimes not even a real human being could avoid a crash like that.
That's probably true, but they are saying that self-driving car failed to yield. So I guess it failed to put the brakes on and not hit the car that went in front of them. So.
What else is going on in your world?
Amazon has been building physical stores for grocery business, but now they may be getting ready to sell furniture and appliances. These items are typically not bought sight unseen and on the internet, so Amazon will let you check them out, then deliver them to your home. Amazon is also testing an electronics store that will showcase their Eco smart home speaker in their Prime streaming service. So they're introducing those physical stores.
What intrigues me is it's almost like Amazon has become the Sears of 2017, if you think about it, because that's how Sears got started. By the fellow Sears was his name, and he sold watches, and then they spread out, and then ultimately they were building or selling houses and all sorts of things, and Amazon appears to be going down that same road.
I guess that's true. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. And what else for today?
I guess lastly, OPEC officials urged member nations to cut their oil production in line with agreements last year. So far, 94% of the 1.2 million barrels have been cut, but some members are way below where they should be. Also, non-APEC members like Russia have only cut about 1/3 of what they said they would cut. OPEC is having a very tough time trying to keep the price of oil high.
What does this mean for the oil industry here in the United States? Because I know it's been somewhat soft with drilling and new exploration for oil and that sort of thing. What's that mean for us here in the United States?
Well, oil here is doing extremely well. And I think it's going to continue to do well here. The main thing it does is when oil prices are lower, it makes fracking and all that stuff not as profitable. But I guess it depends on where the prices are. So.
Very good. Scott, thanks so much for the time this Monday morning. We appreciate it.
All right, sounds good. Have a great day.
And you as well. Scott Crothers of Stifel joining us here, the Morning Business Call. You hear him each and every Monday here on the Big 550 KTRS. Jim Holder's up next. We've got ourselves a Final Four locked into place. Blues played over the weekend. I think they took a loss over the weekend as well. And anything else that crosses his mind, that's coming up in just a moment or two. 6:41 here on the Big 5.